Hello student, we go over S2 graph square root function. Okay, so let me move the toolbar up here first. Okay, now let's go and set up the domain. Okay, domain. Alexandra, what do you have inside the square root right now? Inside the square root. Correct. And anything inside the square root had to be positive or zero. Okay? So now, when you choose the value of x, it had to be starting from zero or bigger. Okay? So y equals square root of x plus 2. Okay, so what's the first value you choose, Alexandra? Correct. Okay, so you put it in. It becomes square root of 0 plus 2. What's the answer?
2.
Only 2. Alright. So you got the first point. What's the first point? 0, 2. Correct. Okay. Now, let's find one more point. After 0, what do you choose?
1.
1 is correct. The reason is 1 is 1 square. Okay? So now you put it in. 1 square plus 2. What's the answer? 3. Because square root of 1 square, that's a 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So what's the next point?
1, 3.
1, 3. That's it. You got 2 points, you're done. Okay, go get my 2. I'm very careful. 0 for x, 2 for y. Okay? And then 1 for x, 3 for y. Alright, I should be correct. I should not make that error again. Here we go. Voila. Okay? So now, I go and get my 2. Okay. Now next one, I do the same thing. I set up my domain first. Okay. Rim, what inside the square root right now? X. And the condition on anything inside the square root had to be bigger or equal 0. Okay? So whatever the x, it happened only x. So make sure you, wherever the x you choose, you start with 0 or you choose bigger. Okay? So now you got a t-table right here. So this is the x, and now square root of x. 2 square root of x. Okay, what's the first value you choose? Rim. It had to be from x equals 0 or bigger. I would start with 0. If you choose 1, that's not the end point. It had to be 0 rim. Okay, so I choose 0. And now I substitute in square root of 2 square root of 0 is, what is it? Square root of 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. Okay, what's the first point? 0, 0. Alright. The next value of x, what is it, Rim? 1 is correct because 1 is 1 square. Okay? So now you put it in. What is the answer, Rim? You don't need calculator, Rim, because square root of 1 square is number 1. Is that the whole point that we choose? And then 2 times 1 become 2. So the next point is, what is the x value?
0, 2.
Oh my. 1 right here and then 2 right here. 1, 2. Okay, so we got 2 points. We can draft. Okay? I go and get my cursor over here. 0, 0. I plot it. The next point is 1 for x, 2 for y. And then I'm done. You see that? Okay, so here we go. Submit. I'm gonna set up the domain is everything inside a square root, which is x subtract 2. It had to be bigger or equal 0. Alright, so I move the negative 2 to the right side, become number 2. So this is your domain. So when you choose the value of x, I have to choose from 2 and then go up. Okay? So here we go. So here is your table, T table. I make a 2 column here. The middle column is x subtract 2. Okay? This is the part inside your square root. Okay? So the first value you choose should come out at 0. And whatever you choose next, it had to come out as 1 because 1 is 1 squared. Okay? So, in order to choose the value of x, so x subtract 2 becomes 0, it had to be number 2. Okay? So now, y equal over here as square root of x subtract 2. So that square root is 0, so it comes out 0. So the first point is 2, 0. Okay? The next point I choose, it had to be 3, because 3 subtract 2 is 1. Okay? So y equal square root of 1 square, which is number 1. Okay? So the next point had to be 3, 1. And then we're done. Okay? Go get the pen. The first point is 2, 0, and then 3, 1. You see that? Right there. And then I submit. Voila.